So let me put you back in your days as in, say, high school or coming of age. Who made the impression on you? Who formed you then?
Almost no one. My father had a gig for a while in Salt Lake, and I actually graduated from high school in Salt Lake City. But and then I went east to go to college, and then I stayed east to go to graduate school, and then I stayed east when I got a job teaching, and then I stayed east when when I found out you make a lot more money as a writer than you do as an assistant professor of medieval philosophy at a small Catholic liberal arts college. And I stayed there, and the whole time my grandmother in Pierre is writing me notes saying, "Honey, the house down the street's for sale." Mm-hmm. But I would have starved to death doing what I do there. But at the same time, I never left it. I never dismissed it from my personality. I never thought, oh, I am now a Bostonian, or I am now a Washingtonian, or I'm now from New York. And I think whether I did that knowingly or not, I think it's good to do that. I think it's good to think of yourself as from a place. I've lived here 10 years, but I'm really from Virginia. I'm really from South, from the prairie.
Right, right.
It lends a certain strength to you, I think, and we should encourage that.
Yes, it's for me, it's almost like a fallback position where I go home and I go over this beautiful bridge. I can leave it all behind, and I'm still the guy from there, and they know me. They know who I am. It's like the Cheers bar where everybody knows your name, that kind of thing. What about your mentors? You're the boss at this point, but at First Things and the Weekly Standard, and I could tell you who is famous from those eras that you would have been your mentors, but I want to know who really influenced you early in your...
Intellectually, I had some fine teachers as an undergraduate. Henry Veach, the philosopher, the medievalist Tom McTighe, the great scholar of Teilhard de Chardin, Father King. These were all professors at Georgetown when I was an undergraduate there. In graduate school, my graduate school was the American home of continental philosophers. So I studied with Paul Ricoeur, Hans-Georg Gadamer, Habermas. They were all there at my college, at my graduate school, and took courses from them.
That's incredible.
And that was serious. And then, you meet people just when you're writing, and I would meet who really influenced me. They're not always the people I end up being closest to, but the people who help form my mind. Yeah. I think Richard John Newhouse to some degree, although he's more of a friend. Michael Novak is the same. Yeah. The thinker I have met, if we can have that as a category, the thinker of my own lifetime, who most influenced me is René Girard, the great theorist of sacrifice, the Catholic philosopher, anthropologist, all that talk from the 1960s on about scapegoats, and that's Girard.